guys, handy Andy, dishwashing liquid, 18 toilet papers. Why? Why is government not supplying? Why must the parents buy all these things? So, you must buy groceries for the house and for school?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Thank God I'm done.
And she says now she's sending her son to school to learn, of course. And now she must buy pine gel. Is he going to be a cleaner? I was so shocked.
Government has got to sort out. I've got a number that is going to blow your mind. It's absolutely going to blow your mind. How much does government spend on a learner every month? The per cost of a learner in this country is how much per month? What do you think? Give me a number, ballpark.
10,000.
No, 2,000 rand. 2,000 rand a month per learner. It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Per learner.
But where's that money going to then?
What do you think government spends per prisoner every year? Maybe let's break it. Well, what do you think they spend per month then?
I'd say 5.
11,000 rand a month.
What?
We spend 5 times more keeping people in prison than we do educating the youth in this country. It's bloody mad. I'm a child of the 80s, and if you understand anything about our turbulent past, if you look at, what very many of us quite literally sacrificed education for, we all imagined, and maybe we were just stupid and idealistic, and maybe the prospect of liberation just loomed so large in our lives that we didn't think through the nuts and bolts, but we just imagined there would be just a better set of circumstances once this country was free. And I look at it now, and it's ludicrous that parents, I get there are those who can afford, and the ones who can afford, well, you can tell them to buy pretty much anything and they will do it. There are those who send their kids to schools where they need laptops and they need tablets, and parents just go out and they don't even have to save up for it. They can just go and out of just the monthly family budget be able to afford to buy these things. That's fantastic. That's a very thin slice, very, very thin slice of South African society. For very many others, it is a real grind, just staying alive, putting food on the table, paying your monthly bills. And then you say to parents, in order to educate your kids at a government school, not only must you pay fees to send a kid to that school, over and above that, you must then supply the basic stuff to keep the school going. Not just books, but toilet paper and tissues and floor polish and sanitizer. And what the hell went wrong? Where did this all just fall apart so spectacularly? This is not the vision I think we had coming out of the 70s on into the 80s of what a liberated South Africa would be. And as much as we can laugh about these lists and make fun and do whatever else, it's one hell of an indictment on the series of governments we've had. We've just whittled money away into all sorts of other things at the expense of our kids and quality education. Classrooms are getting bigger, resources are getting less. The notion that our kids must be young and fit and active, where? There aren't even fields for them to play on because there's no money to water the lawns. Schools don't have phones because, well, there isn't money to pay for a telephone line and a data line into the school. You can't get hold of them via email, which is where the world has moved to, because these are under-resourced schools. And we're happy with this. Government sings the praises of these schools that achieve. Our schools are doing well. No, they're in a shocking condition. And the conversation we had this morning points to exactly that. They've got to hang their heads in shame. They have failed an entire generation. If these are the lists now, can you imagine in 5-10 years' time what it's going to look like? Then they're going to ask us to start paying the teachers' salaries, because there's a shortfall. We already do that at the former Model C schools with governing body educators. We top up at schools like those. But can you imagine when that starts extending to government schools, the ones where no fees are paid? It's ludicrous. It really, really is. Very sobering. We've got a Minister of Education who's been in that portfolio, says all the right things, really, is part of this new government of national unity. So maybe he in fact, cannot carry the responsibility of her predecessors. But I'm chomping at the bit just to have a sit down with her. So let's see if we can haul her into the studio in the coming weeks. And let's understand just how we fix this. We can't be outputting lists like these and making it the responsibility of poor people to fork out over and over and over again, because the government officials have stuffed this one up.